I'm Michael with Writer Sanctuary, and this is the weekly vlog. So I know that this month has just barely started, but I feel like everything's starting to fall into place. I just need to keep the momentum going of the things that I'm starting to put effort into. Unfortunately, I really didn't get to any of my goals for last week, but I still feel that everything is starting to explode. Well, I guess explode is probably a bad term. Let's just say that I'm putting more effort into a bunch of stuff that I've been doing. For instance, I'm already twice as productive this week as I was last month. It's all about getting that ball rolling and letting it pick up speed. So this week I'll be looking at alternatives to content mills other than Textbroker. I figure I'd do some reviews on some of the sites that pay to write content. Well, at least my own take on how they affect me. One of the things I want to talk about coming up soon is Steamit.com. It's a blockchain social network that pays you to post content. Now, I really haven't dove much into it yet, but I plan on doing it tonight. And if it turns out to be a viable system, then I'll definitely do a video about it. And even if it's not, I'll still do a video about it and let you know that it's not very viable. So either way, we all win. It looks interesting to say the least. I'm kind of excited to give it a try. But keep in mind that when I'm doing the reviews in the future, these are all based on my personal experiences with those systems. You may have a better or worse experience than I. Take Textbroker, for example. I've made a ton of money on Textbroker, and there's some people that don't. So it's all about what you get out of a certain system. Perhaps you'll find something that works great for you as a freelance writer. If you have any suggestions or a particular site that you want me to take a look at, leave in the comments down below, or you can also hit me up on social media. I love finding new platforms to see if they're viable as a freelance writing system or not. Next thing I'll be working on soon is adding more content to the blog. I want to start getting back into blogging on a regular basis. I mean, after all, I still make a little bit of money on the blogs anyway, so it's probably a good idea to get some content. The fun part is trying to come up with topics that are easy for me to rank in Google. The biggest problem is that I'm also facing a ton of different competition. But like with the YouTube channel, if only one person finds value in the content that I create, then it's worth the effort for me. And since my dad might find value in WordPress tutorials that I create, that's definitely something I want to be going into. And if more people find value in it, all the better. This is especially true if it helps him be able to maintain his own website without having to bug me about it. Now don't get me wrong, I love helping my dad, but there's times where I'm in the middle of doing a project or writing for a client when he bugs me with something, and when you're paid for production, every second that you're not writing for a client is costing you money. On a side note, this YouTube channel has surpassed Writer Sanctuary's numbers by almost twice last month. In February, this channel received a little over 1,600 views for all the videos, and the blog only had 832 visitors. Again, I don't know whether to be proud of my YouTube channel or depressed about my blog. Maybe a bit of both. And it's yet another reason why I want to put more effort into the blog. I would love WriterSanctuary.com to have the same numbers that the channel gets. That'd be about another $20 a month just in AdSense alone. Of course, last month, a vast majority of the views that the channel got was from that video that I responded to Chris Tessatop that got embedded into Reddit somewhere. I still haven't figured out what happened or why that particular video is getting so much traffic. It's still getting far more views than a lot of the videos I have. It wouldn't be so bad if people actually watched it. But the average watch time on that video in particular is like 30 seconds compared to all the other videos I have, which pushes about 4 or 5 minutes. Oh well. I'm still working on 7 this week, and that's my horror novella on Wattpad. I had a few breakthroughs, and I feel like I'm going to be able to finish it in the relatively near future. Which is great considering I have so many projects I want to work on. You know, each story in 7 has 2 parts in it that are connected to the final chapter, and so it all makes sense in the end. And that's the hardest part, is trying to tie everything up. And because of this, it makes it quite the pain in the ass. I just hope it doesn't wind up sucking. I've redone the outline for the final chapter like 7 or 8 times already. But like I said last week, there's really nothing stopping me from going back and re-editing it, which I'll more than likely do anyway, just so I can spruce up all the chapters in general. And I'm still toying with the idea of turning 7 into an actual novel. Yeah, I'd love to have my name on the spine of a book that I can see on the bookshelf. And even if I don't make a lot of sales, at least I know I'll have one. And being able to look over at my bookshelf and see that my name is on the spine might motivate me to continue to create something new, to put more effort into future works. Because I have a ton of ideas, the problem is that I get lazy. Or I think they suck and I wind up deleting them. Or I also have a complex about trying to finish projects. But I think I am getting a handle of everything. The sun is out-ish, and I'm feeling pretty good. So what are my goals for this week? Well, first of all, I want to be able to maintain a higher average workload than I did last month. I just need to keep myself productive every day and moving forward. And so far, it's only been a few days, but I've been doing really well with it. The second thing I want to do is write at least 1,000 words for 7. That's really not a lot, that's like a page and a half. Now, I want to do more, but I also want to be realistic. Now, there's a possibility that I could just wind up finishing 7 this week. The third thing I want to do is I want to spruce up writersanctuary.com. The site is a bit of a mess. I want it to be more organized and more efficient for visitors. The problem is that I really never put in the effort to clean it up ever since I transferred it from Joomla to WordPress. I got categories scattered all over hell, and the theme seems like it's a little bit slow, so I might look into something that's a little bit faster. Which is kind of a bummer, because I like the layout of Writer Sanctuary, but I don't really like the color and the font. The fourth thing I want to do is to write more than 10,000 words this week. Last week I did just over 9,000. I'm getting better, but it's nowhere near where I used to be. But at least it's an improvement. And like I tell my kids, any victory is still a victory. So what kind of goals are you focusing on this week? And do you have any suggestions regarding future videos? I'm still trying to find my groove on this whole YouTube thing. I still think I'm a far better writer than I am being on camera. However, I'm finding that I am far more confident in my day-to-day life ever since I started creating YouTube videos. I seem to feel more professional, and it's a lot easier for me to approach people and start up conversations with strangers. So even though my channel is not huge and monstrous, it still helps me work on a lot of my mental problems. In a way, YouTube is therapeutic. I mean, I still have a lot to go before I can fix my mindset. However, I've made quite a few advancements in the last few months of creating these videos. And I've met a lot of amazing people that watch. All you guys who watch these videos are just simply awesome. It's the whole reason why I created them in the first place. But if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to learn more about WordPress, Wattpad, freelance writing, or Textbroker, hit the subscribe button. I try to make videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, time permitting. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. But anyway, I think that's going to do it for me today. I'll see you tomorrow.